Hey guys, what is going on? This is Josh from Spotted Euros. Today we've got an exciting video. I'm about to head to the airport, flying about 8 or 9 hours away, picking up a car, and we're driving back. So hopefully this car runs and drives. Stay tuned. It always seems like either everything's happening at once or nothing. I picked it up, moved it over here. Well, found it, took forever to find. The 2013 Jetta TDI. Okay guys, so for those who are new, Spotted Euros is a used car dealership. We buy and sell cars. This time we're picking up a car in Arizona and driving it back. When you buy a car at the auction, they give you some information. They let you know that it runs, they let you know that it drives, but sometimes they don't disclose everything. We gotta get on a plane, fly to Arizona, get in an Uber, go to the auction. If the car doesn't run, if the car doesn't start, if the car's got issues, we're gonna be about 8 or 9 hours away. So hopefully everything goes well. I'm sure it will. But I got this car cheap. I got this car really cheap. $2,500. So expecting a $2,500 car to just drive that far might be a little crazy. So stay tuned. Let's see how it goes. Okay guys, we are here. We made it. I'm using my phone, so I'm not sure where to look. But here's the funny thing. When I booked this flight, it was from a very small airport in Provo. And turns out I landed in a very small airport in Arizona. I just assumed it was the Phoenix International Airport, but wasn't. Which isn't a big deal. It's a little bit farther away from the auction, but the problem is Uber wasn't working. For some reason it was saying like wasn't available in this area, which I've never gotten before. Anyway, I was able to download Lyft, and it looks like that's gonna work. So let's see. Okay, we made it. So the airport had like a Lyft designation or something. You could only use a Lyft. I guess I was talking to the guy, unless you just go across the street, you can pick up an Uber. I guess that's how it works for some reason. But oh, so funny. I literally thought I was going to the main airport, the Phoenix International Airport. It was like a 20-minute ride to get here to the auction from there. And then I hear him say, right when I'm boarding, that we're going to Mesa. And I was like, Mesa? Anyway, ended up working out. Wasn't such a big deal. The flight was cheap. It was like 80 bucks. So it was no big deal. Now I'm here at the auction. Super busy around here. And a lot of people never been here. So I'll have to see. It says the car's in the sold lot. So just have to see where that is. It's always interesting seeing these different places and how stuff is set up, you know, the different locations. So we'll see. This is the moment of truth. I gotta drive home 9 hours, and if I was nervous on the last one, I should be nervous on this one. So go ahead and put down in the comments what you think it is, and let's see if we can find this. Should probably ask somebody, because this goes back pretty far. It feels so good here. So nice. Just a good day. Still walking around. 12. I need to just jump in a car here. Need to just jump in a car, drive around. Okay, I asked somebody and they said, they pointed me this direction. So I'll count this as just touring. Just wanted to, get my bearings. Wanted to see, the layout, what they've got here. Walk around the perimeter, and then I'll go find the car. So I got this car last week. And usually if you pick up a car like same day or next day, it'll be pretty much where it ran, right in the lane. They just put everything back. So anyway, my point is, when you come a couple days later, it can be hard finding it, because they don't keep a real good track of where everything's at, especially when it sells. And yeah, so it's just a little trickier to find. It's always funny to see cars. I don't know why it seems funny, but to see cars, like I watched that Golf or that Rabbit go across the auction, and then it's like, oh hey, that's the car. I saw that car. Okay, enough's enough. Keep saying it. Why don't I just do it? Getting in this car. And we're gonna find this. Already walked down here. Okay guys, I found it. Well, I didn't find it. I had to get in a golf cart with some lady. They got people driving around to help you out. Anyway, this is it. Here's the big unveil. Right here. 2009 Volkswagen Tiguan. This is the first time I've looked at it. Well, sort of. I found it. Looks good. The older Tiguan. Now here's what's kind of cool. I've never actually seen this, but this black and gray interior is pretty cool. These older ones are different. Like, look at all this. All these cubbies. They changed these up a couple times. Floor mats. Spare tire. Those seats lean back a little bit. Anyway, yeah, it looks pretty good. Tires are solid. This is probably the worst part here. Definitely. But other than that, why don't we do this? Why don't we start this thing? Okay. 9 hours. All comes down to this moment. Well, anyway, I'll just start it. There we go. They even got a half tank in this, which is so rare. Check out that trip. Let's reset that. 113,000 miles. Heated seats.
Fender.com.
Stereo works. I don't know if this has. This is the older style, so I don't know if this has Bluetooth or not. Bluetooth. But there's the aux in. These seats, they're cool. Okay, so everything looks normal. Looks actually pretty nice in here. Pretty nice on the outside too. Now, what I do wonder, problem with these Tiguans is the pressure control valve. Pressure control valve goes bad, and it starts blowing everything out. As in, so common issue with these, pressure control valve goes bad, which is kind of hard to know. Sometimes they will throw a code. Most likely they would throw a code, but some people just leave them. If you leave them, you're going to run into possible rear main seal blowing out, water pump going bad, and yeah, those are the two main things. Obviously the main problem is pressure control valve controls the oil pressure, and if the oil pressure is not getting controlled, then you could have too much, which usually is what happens. So let me turn this off. So let's see if the bottom of this is just caked in oil. Most likely it is. I would be surprised if it isn't. Okay. Actually, so it doesn't have a check engine light. Bottom guard is gone, but I'm not seeing it. It's pretty clean. Okay. Windows are tinted. This thing's not bad. I got this for 2,500 bucks. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still got to drive home. But let me pull this out of the lot, figure out what I'm doing. But so far, looks pretty good. Looks like we'll be able to make it home. Looks like we may have lucked out with this one. Everything works good. It's running good. No lights, no check engine light. This camera would focus. It all looks good. This is fun. This is fun. This is gonna be fun up until I come get a car that doesn't work. I was really preparing myself to have to like put a quart of oil in this every 100 miles or something, for it to just be gushing out oil out of the rear main seal. It's just so common. That's exactly what I was expecting. And also, it didn't help that nobody else bid on this. I was the only one. Looks like a pretty good car, but for whatever reason, I was the only one. I finally jumped in at 2,500 bucks, and then that was it. He said, okay, 1, 2, 3, jibber jabber, and sold. Not even an if bid, sell. So I thought, okay, it was even a red light. red light, picking up a red light car once again. Red light car, 2,500 bucks. I better stop there. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to jinx myself. But man, this black and brown thing, that's pretty cool. The door guards, no sunroof, don't care. Someone else might care, but I don't care. The only thing that would make this better would be 4Motion. 4Motion. Looks like we'll have to get a new trim piece. And I mean, this is, none of that is really good. I mean, it's a good gouge out of the plastic there, so I mean, it is what it is. For a $2,000 car, I could probably get this at least pushed out, the fender, and replace this if I want to. Okay, so now the plan is to go to Walmart. I need a razor blade. Might be able to get it. No, well, anyway, I got to get this S off the windshield. All the other stickers came off, but I'm gonna get some razor blades to clean that off. Everything else just looks good. I'll check the oil, but ooh, might have to get some screws. I brought a license plate, but I don't know if I brought screws. So anyway, we got to put a license plate on this. I'm gonna need an aux cord for the drive home, yeah. So anyway, it looks pretty good so far. I'll check in with you guys, but it's driving smooth. The other thing I was worried about was the AC. Turned on the AC and waited for it to, actually I gotta put the plate on. Waited for it to get cold, and it's cold. Radio works, everything works. That might be it. So fortunately for me, unfortunately for YouTube, looks like this will be a pretty easy ride home. Went to Walmart, got some stuff to clean off the window, got an aux cord, and it needed a quart of oil, so I put in a quart of oil. So that's looking like it's it. Like I said, good thing for me, this looks like it'll work out. So I've got about a 9-hour ride home. Okay guys, just wanted to wrap up the video. If it looks like I'm tired, it's because I am. It's 2 in the morning. The trip was, lost their lights. Trip ended up being pretty much just about 670 miles. Everything went well. Uneventful, normal. See you on Friday, should be Friday.